Hi, my loves. Welcome back. Before we start, I want you to notice something. Over the past few weeks, the headlines have not slowed down. Instead, they've been stacked. Greenland, Venezuela, Mexico, Canada, ice raids, deaths, protests, and expansion talk. It's a lot, and it's happening fast enough that it's hard to tell what's connected, what's reaction, and what's being quietly normalized. That's what stopped me in my tracks. Because when pressure builds this quickly, Spirit usually wants us to pause, not panic, and to look underneath. So today's session isn't about predictions, fear, or jumping to conclusions. This session is a pendulum reading built from a mix of questions that I've been sitting with and questions many of you have been asking around expansion, power, enforcement, accountability, and the very real human cost of it all. We're asking clear yes or no questions, no assumptions, no narratives being forced. We're just checking on the energy as it stands right now. We'll be looking at whether what we're seeing is isolated or part of a broader pattern that's unfolding across borders and systems, and how much of this is about control, deterrence, and a distraction versus genuine security. As always, this session is for entertainment purposes only. Everything discussed is alleged. Let your intuition be your guide. Take what resonates and leave anything that doesn't. And if you ever feel called to go deeper in your own questions, I offer pendulum and tarot readings through my Etsy shop. You'll find the link in the video description and in the pinned comment below. All right, my loves, let's start with Greenland and see what Spirit wants us to understand before anything else. Spirit, will Trump actually use military force to take control of Greenland from Denmark? We're getting a maybe. Spirit, will Trump try to use military force to take control of Greenland? Yes, thank you. Will he be successful? No, thank you. Is Trump's reference to doing it the hard way an indication of a real intent to use military force? Yes, thank you. Will Trump order a military invasion of Greenland before the end of 2026? Yes, thank you. Will the military follow this order? No, thank you. Is the Venezuela operation a preview of how Trump plans to take Greenland? Yes, thank you. Will Trump attempt to offer direct financial incentives to Greenlanders prior to using military force? Yes, thank you. Will the cash payment strategy successfully convince Greenlanders to secede from Denmark? No, thank you. Would NATO invoke Article 5 to defend Denmark if the US invades Greenland? Yes, thank you. Would a US invasion of Greenland significantly destabilize or fracture NATO? We're getting a maybe. Will European military forces fire on American troops if the U.S. invades Greenland? Yes, thank you. Is Denmark's 13.8 billion military buildup in Greenland enough to deter a U.S. invasion? No, thank you. Will Denmark ultimately surrender Greenland to avoid military conflict with the U.S.? No, thank you. And that's a really strong no. Is Trump's primary motivation for taking Greenland access to rare earth minerals and resources? Yes, thank you. Is concern about Russia or China's interest in Greenland legitimate? No, thank you. Is that concern being used to justify U.S. pressure or action? Yes, thank you. Spirit, will Trump escalate the Greenland situation within the next 2 months as he previously suggested? Yes, thank you. Spirit, will Trump invade Mexico using similar tactics to the Venezuelan operation? We're getting a maybe. Is Trump waiting for a triggering event to justify military action against Mexico? Yes, thank you. Will Mexico's President Sheinbaum be able to prevent U.S. military intervention through diplomacy? We're getting a maybe. I'm also getting the intuitive hit that she's going to try, but there's no reasoning with the child, and Spirit is confirming it with a yes. Is Mexico actively preparing its military for potential U.S. strikes or invasion? Can't answer that right now. Will a U.S. military action in Mexico happen before the end of 2026? Yes, thank you. Is the cartel threat being used to justify potential military or territorial expansion into Mexico? Yes, thank you. Will the U.S. claim Mexico is unable to control cartels as a justification for invasion? Can't answer that right now. Would a U.S. invasion of Mexico lead to widespread regional instability and displacement? Yes, thank you. Will Trump be successful if he tries to invade Mexico? No, thank you. Spirit, will Trump attempt to force Canada to become the 51st state through economic pressure? Yes, thank you. Will Trump use military threats or action against Canada? Can't answer that right now. Is Canada genuinely at risk of U.S. military intervention or annexation? Yes, thank you. Will Prime Minister Mark Carney successfully maintain Canadian sovereignty against Trump's pressure? We're getting a maybe. Is Trump's 51st state rhetoric meant to be taken seriously? Yes, thank you. Spirit, is that rhetoric being used primarily as a distraction? No, thank you. Spirit, will Trump be successful at forcing Canada to become the 51st state of the US? We're getting a no. Will ICE operations become even more aggressive and violent in the coming weeks and months? Yes, thank you. Are ICE agents expanding enforcement beyond individuals with documented criminal records? Yes, thank you. Will ICE start arresting and deporting U.S. citizens who are mistakenly identified or caught in the raids? Yes, thank you. Will public resistance and protests successfully slow down or stop ICE operations in some cities? We're getting a maybe. Are sanctuary cities preparing to physically block ICE from conducting raids? Yes, thank you. Spirit, will ICE agents shoot and kill more civilians in the coming months? Yes, thank you. Will ICE agents continue to use deadly force more frequently than before? Yes, thank you. Are ICE agents receiving orders or training that encourages the use of deadly force? Can't answer that right now. Will ICE agents face criminal charges for any of these shootings and deaths? Yes, thank you. Will the use of deadly force by ICE continue to escalate within the coming weeks? Yes, thank you. Spirit, will Christy Nome face impeachment for ICE actions and the killings? Yes, thank you. Will Congress defund or significantly restrict ICE operations due to public outcry? Yes, thank you. Will there be meaningful policy changes to prevent further ICE killings? Yes, thank you. Spirit, was Renee Nicole Good's killing the result of ICE agents being given too much power with no accountability? Yes, thank you. Did the ICE agent who killed Renee Nicole Good act out of fear? No, thank you. Spirit, does the ICE agent who killed Renee Nicole Good feel any remorse? No, thank you. Was Renee Nicole Good's death a result of reckless disregard for human life? Yes, thank you. Will the full truth about what happened to Renee Nicole Good be covered up or distorted by authorities? We're getting a you're asking the wrong question. Spirit, will the authorities try to cover up what really happened to Renee Nicole Good? Yes, thank you. Will these authorities be successful in trying to cover up or distort what really happened to her? No, thank you. Will the ICE agent who shot Renee Nicole Good face criminal prosecution? Yes, thank you. Will the ongoing protests lead to meaningful changes in ICE policy or accountability? Yes, thank you. Spirit, is Renee Nicole Good's death part of a pattern that will lead to federal investigations into ICE? Yes, thank you. My loves, there have been two things that have been sitting with me, and I want to be very intentional about how I approach them. This is not coming from fear, and it's not coming from a place of trying to stir anything up. It's coming from discernment. We've watched what happened to Renee Nicole Good, and we've also watched how quickly the narrative around her was framed. What we're being told we saw, what we're being told we didn't see, and how firmly officials are standing by that version of events. At the same time, we're living in a moment where there are other major stories unfolding that carry enormous weight. So I want to check in with Spirit, not to assume motives, not to jump to conclusions, but simply to understand whether there's a broader energetic pattern at play here. And then there's a second feeling that hasn't left me alone. Not a prediction, not a warning, just a sense that moments like this sometimes act as pressure points. And I want to check whether Spirit shows the potential for something similar occurring again. We're asking these questions calmly, neutrally, and without fear, just clarity. Is the official narrative being maintained around Renee Nicole Good's death in a way that redirects public attention away from the Epstein files? Yes, thank you. Spirit, is there a potential for another widely noticed incident involving an ICE agent and a local or state law enforcement officer in the near future? Yes, thank you. Spirit, is there a possibility that this potential incident occurs because a state or local enforcement officer intervenes to protect civilians? Yes, thank you. Is Spirit showing any potential future tension between federal and local enforcement that could arise from local officers stepping in to protect civilians? Yes, thank you. All right, my loves, we're going to leave it here for today. What came through in this session was not meant to rush us, scare us, or push us into reaction. It was meant to help us notice patterns, stay present, and remain aware as things continue to unfold in real time. I do want to say one more important thing about those last few questions that we asked. They did not come from fear, and they were not asked to predict or manifest anything. They came from a quiet, persistent feeling that I've been sitting with over the past few days. And instead of ignoring it, I chose to check in with spirit calmly and transparently. This isn't about saying that something will happen. It's about awareness, discernment, and understanding the emotional and energetic climate that we're moving through right now, especially when narratives feel aggressive, confusing, or intentionally inflammatory. Nothing here is meant to stir panic or urgency. If anything, it's a reminder that staying grounded, observant, and compassionate is far more powerful than reacting from anger or fear. I would truly love to hear what stood out to you. Let me know what resonated, if anything surprised you, or share what your own intuition has been nudging you about. And if there are any questions that you would like me to check on in a future session, leave them in the comments. I read every single one. And just a gentle reminder as always, everything shared here is for entertainment purposes only. Everything discussed is alleged. Please always use your intuition as the final authority. Take what resonates and leave anything that doesn't. And if you ever feel called to go deeper into your own questions, I offer pendulum and tarot readings through my Etsy shop. You can find the link in the video description and in the pinned comment below. My loves, thank you for being here. Thank you for holding space. And thank you for choosing awareness over panic, especially in moments where it's easier to look away. I love you, I appreciate you, and I'll meet you in the comments.